morning, welcome to Morning Outlook. This is Kim speaking on Friday the 4th of May. So this is going to be my last update for a few days, guys. I'm away until Thursday morning, so here we go on this update anyways, daily update at least. So euro dollar, it's obviously in a solid downward trend on the dailies there. Yesterday it came back up, tested the underside of the daily 200, which to be fair is still pointing up, which may suggest it's still got upside, but when you come down to this 4 hourly, you can see we're actually starting to produce a bit of a wedge pattern here. So you can see the downward slope there of the highs there, so there's a bit of wedge, and so it's a bearish wedge pattern which suggests further downside. Now we could be testing the lows again around this monthly S1 break of that sort of area. Could see further downside there, so that's what I'm looking at the moment, but there's no guarantees that will happen. And of course this morning we got non-farm payrolls out at midday, well, not midday, it's at 1:30. That could change everything, so it's always a bit of a game changer. It can kill the technical patterns. Some of these were perfectly retrospectively, but you can never risk them. But at the moment this is selling off, coming down to the 60-minute time frame. Well, I did draw a trend line across there, so that may just see some buying coming back off that, but you can see it's not quite as flat a wedge as it looks. It may be a pennant then, but whatever. It's got lower highs, slightly higher lows, so we'll see how this is running this morning. As I said, it at the moment looks relatively bearish still, certainly from the daily 4 hourly, and this 60 minutes is not convincing me anyway otherwise. So expecting for downside, but just need to wait post 8 o'clock to see how that sets up. Cable, I do, as with these currencies, I do wonder if they'll be a bit choppy. Cable couldn't hold on to any gains yesterday at all. It's putting this doji at the moment not quite down to its daily 200, which is still a target I've got in mind for the cable at least. Much clearer lower highs, lower lows situation here at the moment. It's just weak, and it just offers opportunities to sell into rallies. Just wait for the rally to finish, though. That's all I'd say. And when do you know when it's finished? Well, look for the shorter time weakness. So okay, this is where we're sitting at the moment. It's say those S1s look like a reasonable downside target. If it does start breaking down post 8 o'clock, just watch how things develop there, but it does look weak. Brexit certainly weighing on things there as well, which is making it probably a little bit softer than the euro at the moment. Dollar yen had a bit of a reversal day yesterday. It's put in a pivot swing here at the moment, which is quite a bearish signal. It hasn't broken the bottom of that yet properly. If it starts running below the lows of that, well, maybe that weekly pivot, which is just fractionally lower, may provide the next sort of area. If it bounces off that, fine. Otherwise, looking for a break of that down towards the the monthly pivot. So it's both got pretty reasonable probability for possibility and probability. It has sort of, the shape's changed a little bit in this the dynamics at the moment. Again, this could all be knocked out of the call later on when the non-farms come out, but at the moment it's, well, still looking like it may be edging southwards. But again, it's a bit of a bearish sort of pattern in this downward move here at the moment. So all the whole thing at the moment may be pointing towards a bit more of a correction to the downside for the dollar yen, even though I'm relatively bullish on it, but it just may need a clearer correction. Right, Aussie dollar. Yeah, it did end up with a nice bullish day yesterday. Looks like it may be reversing back into that daily 8 moving average. I've said a long time, the risk on this one is that there are so many retail traders that are still sitting there long. Now, of course, that long, they may be right at some points, and this may be one of those points, but I still wonder if this will come down and start stopping out, stopping traders out. It is still a bit of a bear flag going on here in this bigger picture, so it's still got the potential to sell off. Now, of course, say I may get proved wrong. We may get a bounce off of some points here. 60-minute wise, yes, it's got higher lows, and majority of highs are higher, so bit of failure through the Asian set or through the late US session here, but that's fine. The majority of these highs are higher highs, higher lows. I could be completely wrong, and that bunch of around about 75% retail traders, or 73%, whatever it is at the moment, is right. But there's a hell of a lot of selling pressure on it. Right, that's the Aussie dollar, and finally Canadian dollar. When it eventually loads, it'll be good. Daily picture then, just continued consolidation here, and this is all I expected today. This morning, it looked like it was going to have some potential to whip out yesterday and continue, but even when it manages to push up there in the afternoon, it can't hold on to its gains. It's getting selling straight coming back, so it's in a pinch position, I think is best described at the moment, and pretty much untradeable unless you're buying the bottoms into it and selling back into the tops. That R1 may provide a sell point if it runs up there later, although at some point of course it will foul, but it'll push on a little bit further. But there's arguably some points available if it does get in there, just to wait for the reversal, wait for a bit of a pattern, and then look to sell off. Okay, that's pretty much it for me. I wish you a great day. And did I mention non-farm payrolls? That is about it for today, actually. Non-farm payrolls, the only figure that's really out there. There are some FOMC speakers speaking after 5 p.m. this evening, which I should imagine the majority of our traders will have been finished by then. Certainly the London market volume sort of dried up there, so those speakers may well create some volatility later, 5 p.m, 8 p.m, and 10:30. Have a great day. Have a great few days. As I said, I'll be back on the morning updates next Thursday. Have a great one. Bye.